All right. Looks like we're live.
We are live.
Bunch of folks in the house already.
Yeah. Well,
Billy
hey, some
Ray.
people have been waiting here for an hour.
Oh, yeah. The crowd has been hanging out early. Glad to have all you guys. Big Belly Racing, Dudes with Wrenches, Duddy's Adventure in the house, Dust Devil Garage, the ubiquitous Dust Devil Garage. Glad you're here. Mopar Man 1978, Two Hacks Garage, aka Jive Hive Jeff. Don English of the famous Don and Wendy English, Kim Passable, Dr. Art's Hot Rod Rehab. If there wasn't a doctor in the house, there is now. Mostly Old Parts and Rust, Patrick. That's cool. Glad you're here. Rabid Transit Garage, NSB Custom Cars, Jason's Garage Inc., Insane Illusions Fabrication. Very descriptive. Glad you're here. Bubba Ayers. Bubba Ayers has that counterfeit mod wrench he's got there. See, he's sneaky like that, but it's a good thing. Street Fox 347. Yeah, he doesn't live but about 8 or 10 miles from me. Well, I think it's really cool. Yeah.
Is he tagging along with you for the No Name Nationals?
You know what? He and I are going to do something together pretty soon. Very cool guy. I reached out to him, found out he literally just doesn't live far from me at all. Outfits Garage, Jerry Racing, Hot Rods and 4x4s.
Well, Terrence Seymour he says New Zealand's in the house and it's at 11 million degrees here.
Well, thank you for making us jealous that it's nice and warm there. We appreciate that.
Yeah, it's like almost 10 here, I think. It's cold. Gosh.
Yeah, Ruben from Muscle City Madness, Vince, LB Bruin 79, Square Body Stuff. Square Body Stuff asking, has the party started yet? Well, it has now because you're here. Pro Charged Mopar, Just Mopar Joe. Glad you're here. Wendy English, Greg McDonald, Jerry Franks, Mike Iben, the torque converter guru is here. Wow.
Well,
here.
I left my ring light over at Tony's.
Sherry Brinker got the boss here tonight. Wow. At Zero is here. Jay Yamar. Quite a drag pack. Merck. Max Wedge, Dick Dastardly, Rich Rusnick, one of the best YouTube usernames ever. And my dog. So it looks like everybody's here. We can start.
Sweet. Well,
I hope everybody's doing all right. I'm really trying to make it a point, to the point that we can start getting 100 people in here. We lose half the stream trying to greet everybody, but I'll tell you what, it's not that I don't want to. So, Mopar 62, Tall Garage, all of you guys, I appreciate you being here. One thing I'll start off with real quick, even though it's not necessarily specific to No Name Nationals, and that is for you guys who are familiar with the channel Country Boy Gas Garage, Jason over there. Just a few days ago, he had a hacker steal and he lost his 20,000 subscriber channel. And he's a super nice guy. He puts so much into that channel. It's the channel with the 48 Ford church bus. And really cool guy. And a hacker managed to steal it, take it over. YouTube deleted what was left of his channel. And the guy's having to start over from scratch. Okay. Ooh. I mean, so that's really hurts because a 20,000 subscriber channel is a serious channel and actually was making him some revenue. And for him to lose that really stung. So below this video in the description, there is a link to his new channel with the same name, Country Boy Gas Garage. I encourage you guys to go there, support him, and resubscribe, and let's help him rebuild his empire. So I just wanted to get that right up front, and hopefully you guys will do that.
I hate hackers. To be honest with you, I had about 2 years ago, someone hacked the AHRA website, and it took me months to get it all ironed out again. And
right.
So, gosh, man, I mean, could you pick someone else? Go after the NHRA. They have no problem making money, right?
They'll just write it off as an expense, and no one will notice anyway because I don't know anybody that goes to their website. But now we got some news and updates to bring you guys. I've been compiling a list of things, and what I'll do is I'll just kind of work through my list, and Dallas can jump in and address things, that are part of it. One thing is that we are beginning to meet with prospective sponsors. We had a good meeting today with a sponsor you've all heard of, Prospect there, and we'll keep you informed as things may develop there and or with other sponsors. But we want to let you know that. And also, one important thing, we know that a big part of the No Name Nationals that you guys are trusting that we are not going to give over any creative direction or any of the leadership of this event to a corporate entity. We will not. In fact, that was probably the first thing we wanted to make very clear in our meeting that we had earlier today, was that this is for you guys by two of your own. Dallas and I, we are the grassroots, and we want you guys to know we will never sell this event out to that. So if a sponsor wants to come on board because they want to help the event be all it can be and they trust our direction leadership, that's great. So that's the kind of people we're talking to. And if we do bring sponsors on board, it'll do nothing but make the event better. But we're not going to let a corporate entity have this event or have the leadership or direction. So as those develop, we'll keep you posted. Now, with that, I've got a couple other things. Dallas, again, jump in wherever you want. I'm just working through this list I've had going for weeks here.
No, it's fine. A lot of it we've probably already talked about multiple times.
We may have. So one person had asked, and only one person had asked this one, nitrous oxide refills. Will we have nitrous oxide refills at the track?
Well, okay. So I worked that one for a while. There's actually a local racer there named Dietrich that has a nitrous filling station at his shop. I don't think it would be too hard to make it mobile, but I haven't got a phone call back from him to let me know if he can do it or not. But it doesn't seem like it's going to be too hard of a deal to do.
Okay, good. Excellent. Because there's a lot of guys that are now wanting to spray stuff that haven't before because they're looking to get that leg up on the call out. So
for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. So we're going to need nitrous refills. One other thing we want to say is we're starting to see a lot of people wanting to put up unofficial sites and information and things related to the No Name Nationals. This is to be expected. A lot of people want to do that. But we want to tell you the only official places to get information for the No Name Nationals. There are only two official places. That's this channel that you're watching right now and the AHRA Facebook page. Those are the two places you can get info that you can depend on straight from the horse's mouth as to what is official. Because there's a lot of sites that want to do things like promote cars that may be there. Well, I've got to tell you, I know channels that have told me we're going to be there. They have yet to do their announcement video, and they told me, you know what? We don't even know what we're bringing yet. We don't even know if we have pulled the right car out of the woods to bring there. We will bring something. It will be cool, and they'll do their announcement. So, we can't spoil it for them. We're not going to conjecture. We're not going to put out false information. So we're going to let those guys make their announcements and do things in time. But for us to try to put that on a site or something like that, that's going to jerk people around, and we don't want to do that. What we're telling you is that we have dozens and dozens of channels signed up right now. Okay, it's kind of a running list. I don't even have it in my head anymore, but we have probably 70 channels, and a lot of them are bringing more than one car, and that's just ones that have committed publicly. We have a lot more than that who are hanging out there in their maybes. So it's gotten bigger by the day.
If I could butt in here for a second, Steph's Latest Automotive is saying which AHRA Facebook page. There's technically two. When I first started the AHRA, it was more or less just a group. And then after it got to be fairly big, I moved it over to more or less a business page. But I do most of the stuff on the basic group, and then I just tag the business page, or I forward it over to the business page. So either one of those Facebook pages that you go on is going to have virtually the same information regarding the No Name Nationals.
Well, after this video, we will put a link in below the video for people watching this on replay. Okay. So, but anyway, we just want you to know that there's a lot of enthusiasm for this. We see a lot of people putting stuff out, and that's great. But just know that if you're going to be making thousands of miles of trips and taking time off work and spending money, and you need information you can depend on, it's this channel and or the AHRA Facebook page as far as what you can depend on. Okay. A couple other little things. Here's one that somebody asked, because over the years, Jeffers Motorsports Park has been for sale. Um, it may be for sale right now. And the reason I say maybe is because I think with an event like this coming, he's not really as inspired to sell it. May or may not be, but it sure seems like his interest in selling has dropped off with an event like this coming. Whether it does or not doesn't affect what we are doing. Okay. As with any real estate transaction, pre existing contracts convey with the property. And if there were to be a new owner for Jeffers, they would want this badly. This would probably be a reason that they would want it in the first place. So don't worry about that. It won't affect what we're doing at all. Those of you who've had trouble registering because of the Google, the Apple Pay, and all of these bizarre options that Square gives you, just know there's nothing I can do about those. If I could delete the Google Pay, I would. So what I'll say is, it says on the registration site right at the top, it says that you have to add your registration to the cart and then check out, and it'll pop up. We'll give you lots of options to check out. If you don't add it to the cart and you just hit GPay, it tries to run a transaction for $0 and it won't go through. So if you have any trouble registering, my email is there at the very top of the registration page. Send me an email with your phone number and we'll make sure that it works out.
Well,
my counter went haywire at the top. That was weird. That was strange. Yeah, it said there were 80 of you guys, and then it said there was one, and now it says there's 80 of you guys again. So I guess everything's cool.
Well, there's two of things I wanted to quickly address over here in the comments. Bruce Sherrill says, "Do I need 500 subscribers to enter the car show?" Yes, you do.
Okay, here's the thing. I'll get to each of these guys in the comments. If we don't answer your question, and I go through this list, because these are things you guys have all asked, and I've just been making a list. If I don't answer them by the end of this, let us know, and we will.
Another one is, do you want me to ask another one off the side, or are you going to get it?
Sure. Well, you can catch my list, or you can ask what you want, and I'll merge it.
Okay. Well, Tom Hughes is asking, fellas, as far as participants, if things get too busy, I would hate to see guys have a hard time getting run time. That's a tough call, because that's all dependent upon how the whole entire day goes, right? If you get some sprinkles on Saturday morning, well, it's going to slow things down a little bit, right? If someone oils the track down, it's going to slow things down a bit. I'd hate to see people not get much run time, but we can't guarantee how many runs or how much run time you're going to get. But what we can easily say is you'll easily get 3 passes. And that's probably not even including your runs that you're going to do. But that'd be essentially 3 time runs or whatever. Wouldn't be too far out of the question, plus your elimination stuff.
Yep. I'll catch that super chat from Tall Garage. Hey, thank you so much. We appreciate it. Want to give a shout out to Travis's Mopar Garage. He's got here we go, a Facebook group, Road to 500 No Name Nationals. That's a great place for you guys to hang out and support each other and help each other get your subs. That's cool. We just want to make sure that people know that we've got an official news place, which makes us responsible for the content, but it also makes you guys not responsible. So that's kind of the purpose of that. But sites like that help the guys that are running in the No Name 500, that's fantastic. That's great. As you guys know, I never ignore the chat. You guys are the reason we do this, but I'm working through a list, and then if we don't answer it, I'll come back to the chat and we'll make sure you got your questions answered today. Okay.
What some people might not know is that what we're calling the No Name 500 is essentially the people that need 500 subscribers, right?
We've dubbed it the No Name 500. Bear Rose Garage actually came up with that, and so we credit him with that. The race before the race to get 500 subscribers, we're calling it the No Name 500. Okay, so that's just what we're calling it. It's the race before the race. So No Name 500 guys, you can thank Bear Rose Garage for coming out with that. Ryan Barsons, thanks you so much for the super chat. He has yet to make an official video, but he'll be there in almost to 500. We look forward to your video. Thank you much. I appreciate it. All right. When you go to register, there's somebody brought to my attention that it talks about stuff to download. Don't worry about any of that. You're going to get a receipt from Square. Just save that. That's your proof of registration when you get to the track. Okay. I'll certainly bring a list with me, but it's helpful if you keep that, print that out. Okay. You're going to need that for your spectator tickets you buy online anyway. One person asked me, I only have PayPal. I think there is an option to pay with PayPal once you add to the cart. But if you find that there's no way that works for you to pay online, we certainly want everybody to register that way, and everybody has. But if you cannot, then just email me and we'll work something out. We want to make sure you get there. Here's another question I have. Can I register with fewer than 500 subscribers? The answer is yes. The site has on it that you can register with fewer than 500 subscribers at your own risk. If you don't make 500 subscribers, there will be no refunds. That's part of the gamble, right? Get in, get to work. You've got 237 days. You can definitely get 500 subscribers. If you do your part and make the content, put it out, the way this community is working together, you're going to get your 500 subscribers, okay? Now, for those of you who still find a way to not make 500 subscribers, we're going to use some of that entry money that wound up going toward people who did not make it to the show, and it's going to be a bonus for the Cinderella Award winner who wins and gets their 500 subs and makes it to the show. So that's how that's going to work. The Cinderella guys who are in the running for that Cinderella Award, they have to be people who had fewer than 500 subscribers when he or she declared. Okay. That's simple. So there's a lot of you guys in that case, and more of you guys are getting to 500 every day. So it's exciting. One registration fee allows everything. So once you're registered, you can do call out races. You can participate in the burnout contest. You can participate in the bracket.
You can unload your monkey bike.
Yeah, and monkey bike. Monkey bike's covered in it too. So one fee lets you do whatever you want to do. Okay. The daily schedule for the event. We've mentioned this a few times, but we've got it pretty well refined. So Dallas, jump in is needed.
It's
This is kind of what we're thinking.
refined on paper. Some things probably will change based on how many cars show up and where we got to move people to. And it's because the burnout contest is one of the things that you got to have enough surface area to really have a good burnout contest. And if it gets overwhelmingly packed, we may have to move some stuff around to get people in there, and that may end up being the schedule, right? Because we don't have no idea right now how many people there is going to be total. So we're kind
Look at this. You know what?
Framework.
I'm willing to stop us for not many comments I do this for, but I will for this one. Mopar Man 1978 says he's been doing some side work to make extra funds. He has the entry fee for the No Name Nationals, and he'll be making a video before too long. Excellent. 343 subs and climbing, and he's going to be bringing his D1. Well, good for you, man. Good for you. I'm serious. You don't know how many of us would love to see that. So I am thrilled for you. That's what I'm talking about. Good for you, man. All right. I'm willing to ignore the rest of you for just a minute while we get to our list. That's cool. That makes me feel good. Okay. But as far as right now, the basic daily schedule, we're looking at trying to open Friday not too early because we're going to have people coming in who need to get parked and all of that. And we don't want people literally getting run over and stuff, right? But we want to be open no later than like late morning or noon on Friday, okay? And we're going to have a meet and greet. We'll have some time runs. We're going to have a bracket on Friday. Friday's going to be a fun day like that. We're going to cap the day off Friday with the burnout contest under the lights. That's the idea right now. Saturday, we're going to be open early. And Saturday will be that call out and grudge racing all day long. And we're going to run the monkey bikes on Saturday. So it's a lot of racing. The outline is sparse, but that's because there's going to be so many people running. So we're going to have to see what we actually do when we see what people want to do and sign up and etc.
Right
Okay.
now, it's looking like the big one is the match race call outs, the grudge racing that everyone wants to do. And if that gets to be so big, we can easily spill that over into Friday.
We already are, yeah. We
So
already are doing some matches on Friday. So don't worry though. Both days are going to be just awesome. Really, they are. Anybody who shows up for one day will wish they had shown up for the other, because we're going to have two really fun, exciting days. We're going to have the Thursday. We're going to be open at noon on Thursday for the long haulers who are coming in and need to set up their campers, and for staff and employees. Okay. This is a lot of employees, a lot of helpers. It's going to take a lot of workers to make this work. And we're going to need Thursday to set up. So we're going to open at noon on Thursday so guys can come in and get their campers set up, but not for the public to come in and hang out and stuff like that, because we need to work all day on Thursday to be set up for Friday. Okay. Let's see here. Okay. A couple other things. Just some general channel advice, especially for the newer channels. Okay. Make sure that your channels are not made for kids. I know a lot of you think, well, I never made my channel for kids, but here's the thing. YouTube a while back, probably, I don't know, what was it, sometime last year, they had this big thing where they would change all the defaults on your channel as made for kids unless you went in and changed them. Well, there are folks who are trying to get their 500 subscribers who have never thought about this before. And they go to their channels and their channel shows as made for kids all of a sudden. What that does is it disables the comments, and it makes it to where people can't get notifications when you put up new videos, and it hurts in YouTube sharing your videos. So you really want to turn off the made for kids thing. So go in there, check your channel, make sure that none of that's, make sure your comments are working, the notifications are working. That's a big help for your channel. Now, that's one thing. Another thing is, guys, film this way. Okay. I know the shorts thing is popular, and you can do shorts certainly, but when you want to have traditional comment, film in landscape. That's a big help. Also, if you film outside or where there's any background noise, it's a big help. You can get a $20 lapel mic. Literally, it's like smaller than the tip of your thumb and has a long wire and just clip it on your shirt. That will really make your audio work to where you can be heard, because a lot of you guys don't have a big booming voice, and that's totally cool. I like talking with people with a nice mellow voice. But if you're outside and you've got, traffic going by and stuff, it makes it very hard to hear you. Also, when it comes to that, be careful about having a lot of loud music and stuff in an intro, and then have a quiet voice and speaking, and then loud music with an outro. That makes it tough because you feel like you get punched, an auditory punch every time you watch one of those videos. So I would recommend, and also keep it simple. You don't have to have intros and outros and all of that. And just because YouTube's liking longer videos, you read things like that, or some of your favorite channels do longer videos. You guys trying to get 500 subs are still trying to convince people this is a new channel that they should pick up watching. So the best way to do that is with shorter videos, post regularly, and just think, hey, what's the most good content I can put in 3 minutes of video? So never cram 3 minutes of content into a 10-minute video. Fewer people are going to be willing to take a chance on your new channel when you do that. Okay. So I'm not saying that any of those are bad things. There's nothing wrong with long videos, music, things like that. I would save them for when you have a little bit more of established following. Okay. So that's just some general things there. Also, if you need to get a thumbnail image for one of your videos, the easiest way to get a thumbnail image is take a screenshot of your phone. Use a screenshot feature from a still in the video, because it's already proportioned exactly 16 by 9. It fits the right size. When you email it to yourself, it shrinks it to 1.3, 1.4. Megs, which is exactly what YouTube wants. It's like it was made for it. It's the easiest way to get a good thumbnail. One thing that you guys can do to help us from a marketing perspective, I've heard a few of you guys say that this event is for the smaller channels. No, it's not for small channels. It's for all channels. We have some monster size channels that are coming to this, and that's great. They're welcome just like you guys, just like the guy with 500 subscribers, the guy with 500,000. You guys could pit right next to each other and have a great time being fellow competitors and participants, right? It's for all channels. So there's a lot of medium-sized channels. They're small, large, but definitely don't try to suggest this is just for small channels, because it is not. In fact, the first match race we had was a 225,000 subscriber channel jumping in there and hooking a match race with another big channel.
Well,
now, if you notice, oh, sorry, Dallas, if you notice my name tag, the hashtag no name nationals on my nameplate there, make sure to put that in the description of every one of your videos that's related to the No Name Nationals, because that's going to help people find it. You know, I used to share a lot more of these, but we've been victims of our own success. This thing has become so popular now that I can't share it all individually. Now, if you want to find all the videos pertaining to the No Name Nationals, go into YouTube in the search bar and put in hashtag No Name Nationals, just exactly like it's on the screen, you know, right here next to my name. And that will take you to hundreds of videos, okay? Yep. Also, the sooner you guys sign up and the sooner you get registered, that helps us. It helps us know who's making a commitment to be there. Okay.
helps us promote you.
Yeah, there's just that's a help. Now, I'm not going to spoil anybody's announcement. So if you go ahead and register, but you're still working on your announcement because you want to, you know, surprise some channel with a call out or surprise your viewers, I'm not going to take that away from you. Okay. So just because you register, I'm not going to publicly say it. But once you have, you know, formally registered and made your announcement video, at that point, we can start promoting you and saying you're going to be there, right? So that's what we need. Those two things, then we consider that as our green light to promote you being there. Let's see. Also, when you register, the sooner you register, understand Dallas and I, we're doing this on the shoestring. I mean, so the sooner you register, the more that helps build the war chest to build this event with. And that's helpful. We appreciate that. Right now, you guys have time to get it done. This is some general build advice, okay? Dallas and I are both experienced at building stuff, okay? Building cars. We've done it. We've been there. All right? Every piece of the car, we've done it sometime or another. So here's just some general advice there. I'll say what I got on my notes here, and then Dallas, you take off on any of it.
Oh, that's fine. I'm doing fine.
Yeah. So time to get it done. There's 237 days, right? Sounds like a ton of time. And it is if you use each of those days, okay? So don't just waste those days. Don't let, I'll do it next week. I'll do it next week. Hey, every next week you say is 7 more days, okay? That time is going to fly by, okay? Don't bite off more than you need to at once, okay? So let's say that you pull that car out of the woods for this event. Great. I think that's great. But don't say, okay, let's pull out the engine, pull out the rear end, let's start working on the paint, pull out the wiring. Don't do that. So take it a piece at a time. Get that car ready in stages so that, in fact, you could do it this way. You could say, I'm going to absolutely have this stage done by May. And if the event were in May, I could bring it like that. It wouldn't be everything I wanted to do, but I could still have a ready car in May. And you know what? If I get all that done in May, that gives me more time. So maybe I'm going to take it on another project so that I could have it even better by June. If the event were in June, I'd still be ready with a car that's a little better. If you do it in stages like that, to where the car will be ready, you'll have a car that's ready for this event, and it'll be the best it can possibly be. Okay. So plan for success. Order your parts early. Our friend Just Mopar Joe, as you know, if you watch his videos, and if you don't, you should. Joe ordered a camshaft. It took him 8 months to get it in. Okay. So order your parts early. Test fit your parts and verify them as soon as they come in. I would hate to see that hamstringing people in June, July, August, like that. And with that, that's got my list. Thank you guys. That's got to be a record for me not taking questions in the chat. I'm sorry, but we had to get through that list. So I hope that answered a lot of your questions. And so now, Dallas, what have you got to add to any of that? And then we'll get to
Well,
questions in the chat.
okay, so the things that caught my attention when we were going down was the small channel thing. And there, okay, so this was never intended to be just a small channel thing. It was actually intended to be anyone over 500 subs. The reason why 500 subs was selected is that's when YouTube actually recognizes you as a content creator, right? A lot of you have taken that, as a we're all about the smaller channels, but it's really just anyone with 500 because that's where YouTube set the mark, and that's what we actually used. And we thought, okay, well, if there's anyone less than 500, what's going to be neat is it's going to empower them to want to get 500 subs to be there. And what has actually happened is that's worked out better than what we had initially thought, because then it became all the other channels supporting you being empowered to try to get 500, right? And everyone's patting you on the back. They're giving you advice. They're telling you how to edit your videos. They're helping YouTube as a whole. We have John and I get nothing from YouTube for this. The only thing we're trying to do is make the community better as a whole and give you a place to showcase your stuff.
Yep.
So that was really it. It has no specific focus on size of channel. It more or less just that was the number because that's where YouTube chose to call you
Yeah.
a content creator.
At 500 subscribers, that's when YouTube begins to recognize your work and give you perks like being able to use the community tab, right? They say at 500 subscribers, you have enough of a following that people would like to start seeing your posts on the YouTube bulletin board called the community tab, right? So there are things, and so we set the bar as low as really made any sense. And 500 is a number that anybody who puts in the work will get. Okay. And the way this community has been supporting each other, I don't know how you couldn't make 500 subs for putting in the work.
Right.
Yeah. Unity Motorsports. Andy's watching channels that he would never have known about. And how many of you guys that have 30 subs like having somebody like Andy Wood of Unity Motorsports Garage following your content? How cool is that, right?
Well, when we first started kind of kicking around ideas, the one sub guy, we determined we did not want the one sub guy showing up and taking your spot that you had technically earned to be.
That's right. That's right. Because the guys that aren't willing to invest in YouTube itself, they're taking from you guys. Like you guys who are in here who are willing to spend your time on a Friday night to come to this to learn more about updates with this event, you're the kind of guys who are going to make it regardless. Okay. Like that Two Hacks Garage right there. He's a fantastic presenter. He's already a league above 500 subscribers. So I'm anxious to see what he's going to do. But again, he's a guy that, without this event to bring him up to our awareness, we wouldn't have known about him. Mostly Old Parts and Rust. There's a lot of great channels here that just we might not have known about. Wild Rose Garage. That guy's a talented builder. He really is. Talented builder, racer, but he's a channel that we might not have known about otherwise. So this is a cool thing about this event.
Yeah, and I'm actually looking over here at Dr. 440. He says it took a long time to reach 50, much less 100. But what I've been fortunate enough to have friends in the YouTube community that had a lot of leverage, right, to help me out, and it's getting interviews with John or doing AHRA stuff that people kind of tag me to that, as well as the Mr. Rogers neighborhood, and they realize I'm the same dude. But I'll be honest with you. I found that once you get that first 100 subscribers, if you keep doing a video a day and you try to keep it between 15 or 8 and 15 minutes, the YouTube will will promote you enough that the numbers just start building exponentially. And it just is like pow, 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 you know, and you're next thing you know, you're getting subscribers left and right, especially if your content is good and you take the time and effort to edit the video. You know, do like John said, make sure that the audio is completely balanced from the beginning to the end, right? You don't want somebody watching your video with headphones on their phone on a train or on a bus, and then boom, you hit them with 125 dB right in the face.
Yeah,
Right?
right.
That's just no bueno. They're not going to want to watch you anymore, right? So, especially if you do it multiple times, they realize this person doesn't have their stuff together. I'll go watch someone else. So you just want to present your stuff professionally as best as possible. I mean, there is
Right.
limitations.
Well, we're all learning. I mean, understand this: there are no good videos that don't follow bad videos. Okay,
Right, right. And
we're
I've made bad
going
videos.
to have to learn. That's just the way it is. Outfits Garage started with 26, and I think I was subscriber 26 or 7, something like that. He's got it almost 100 now, right? Because he's been putting in the work. There's a video of him pulling this. It was like an '81 Camaro. He hooks to it in the snow in the dark, and he shows him pulling on it, and the brush giving way as he's dragging it in the shop.
I love this guy. I watch this guy's videos
Yep,
every time because he's just so genuine, right? And
he's legit.
it's very heartfelt that he's like, the thing that I really liked the most was when his announcement video, hey, we're going to the No Name Nationals. I've never been down a drag strip in my life, right? But I'm going to do it. And you can tell this guy
Right.
never has been down a drag strip. He's got stock cars everywhere. And I mean, I've never been on a circle track in my life. I've
Right.
never
I haven't either.
but I think it's inspirational seeing you guys do things that are outside your comfort zone. It's inspirational for me, making me want to do things outside my comfort zone.
No, I think it's wonderful. I think it's great. I think it's great. We've watched so many of these guys that are stepping it up, and we're so proud of that. I'm gonna tell you something else too. So I was talking to a big channel here a few days ago, I think a really big channel, and he said, "Oh yeah, I've noticed this channel and this channel, and let me tell you something. You have a channel with hundreds of thousands of subscribers, and they're noticing your stuff. They look at the hashtag, they see you guys putting stuff. You never know who's watching. All right. So, what I would say is keep doing your thing, keep making your videos, and you'll keep getting your subs. But every now and then, you could have a mega channel see your work and just share it without even asking. And just all you notice is, well, I got like 100 subs like that. Where'd they come from? And it was because a big channel shouted you out. And it can happen. I'm not
Right.
saying there's no promises or anything. I don't have any strings to pull, but I'm telling you this, it happens.
Well,
Okay.
every Wednesday since we've started doing this, every Wednesday when I do the live with Uncle Tony on the Wednesday night tech live, I shout out probably 4, 5, 6 channels that come to mind. If you're in there on Wednesday, you're going to get a shout out, which is going to plus up your subs. So it would behoove you to be there.
Yes, they are, Tom. What can I say? So we're there. There's all kinds of people watching. They're going to help you. The community is going to help you. They're going to recognize and reward that hard work. I have one other little thing in here, just a side note. You know the fuel vapor guy, the Venosi. I think his name's Michael Venosi. He's got the Camaro with the motorcycle carburetor and the hot vapor deal. You that guy, right?
Right.
Uh, you know, he actually made a claim in one of his videos that it actually increases power and economy. So I would like to invite Mr. Venosi right now, and if any of you know him, we would love for him to bring his Camaro to Jeffers, and he can educate us all right there. He can get it on the
We should
track.
get another fuel vapor guy and match race him.
Yeah, I'm telling you what, if he wants to come out, we can help him find another fuel vapor guy to match race. And so he would like to educate more people about his system, and this will be a great venue to do it. And he can come out, and we'd like to see it.
Well, Kim Passable is asking, can it be a better mini bike manufacturer? I'm assuming in regards to the monkey bike. And the whole point was to use something cheap and simple that anyone can
Right.
buy at any corner store, right? So no, I'm sorry, but
No,
just have to live with it.
that's the beauty of this. That's what's so great about it,
Blow
is
it
that
up.
you have to use that. I mean, that's the essence of racing, is when you're required to use things other people wouldn't, and you do it anyway, and you make them fast and such. That's what it's all about.
Oh, I just think that whole idea of the mini bike, originally John and I kicked around a bunch of ideas, and I'll be frank about it, right?
Oh
We
yeah.
had lawn mowers, we were looking at four-wheelers,
Rototillers.
rototiller. Yes, I found the rototiller video and I was all in, and John was like, "Hold on a minute, I'll bet you half of the followers of this would not even know what a rototiller
Yeah.
was," right? And it was
Yeah.
time to rethink it.
Yeah, but I'll tell you, there's a lot of things we considered for that goofy, fun little class. And the thing that was going to be the most economical that the most people could do was the monkey mini bikes. And you know what? The signups are telling us that was the right call because a lot of people are signing up for it.
Yeah.
So I think it's great. I'm looking forward to seeing how that turns out.
Oh. Kim says it's not beautiful. It's the worst hot rod money sink I have ever considered building. So I but it's gonna be fun.
And it's going to
Yeah,
open the doors to other builds too. So just remember that this build is definitely not your last build, but it gives you things that you can build upon for other builds.
well, and I approached Coleman with this idea, hoping that they would jump on board, and they were like, "Have fun, folks." And I'm thinking maybe next year we might find something better than a Coleman, but I don't know.
Yes, Big Mike. How old is Blister? Because 13 and up needs a spectator ticket, 12 and down does not. And you get one human with every registered vehicle. So your coronet would include a registration, would include a pass for you. And then Blister, assuming he's, yeah, I've seen your videos. That's right. Yeah, he is. He would need a spectator ticket.
And if you get them on nonamenationals.com, you're going to get a discount. So
That's right. You get a discount if you purchase your tickets online in advance of the event. Desert Mopar says, I got parts in and I need content. Well, then you got parts in. Looks like you can make content. That sounds exactly like what you need. Andy says his monkey is a real street legal bike. Yeah, that's a whole different thing. And it also costs 10 times what those little monkey mini bike Colemans do. So different deal altogether. But I'm glad you got that, Andy. You did need that.
yeah, well, Street Fox 347 is thanking us, and this is awesome. Thank you.
Tom Muse, yes, there is a shirt design in the works. Okay. When you see it, you guys are going to like it. A lot of thought went into this, but there's only so much I can say about it now. But I will say this: the idea is when we get this finalized, we want to have a nice, good run of them. That we'll have them on the No Name Nationals website, and I'm looking to have somebody within our YouTube community make the shirts. They're going to be a cool shirt. You're going to be proud to wear it, and we'll have them for sale in advance of the event. But we are working on that. When I get the design done, I can tell you more about the deal with the design. Okay.
And then same with the like if any of the other merchandise that we make, because we're gonna probably make some decals and such like that. We're looking for YouTube, personnel that or people that are YouTube content creators to make this merchandise for us. We don't want to really go outside the community.
Yep.
We like to keep the money within the community. That way, it does nothing but benefit all of us.
We have everything within this event. Every time we've needed a vendor or something with this event, the first place we look is within the YouTube automotive content creator community. Because there's a lot of you guys who do other things, right? Like I know for a fact that we've got construction people, electricians, doctors and lawyers, and everything else, and sign makers, and you're all in this automotive community, and we love reaching out to you guys for.
Oh man, Drag Boss threw us $20.
Drag Boss, thanks, man. I appreciate it. I sure hope you're able to make it. I know we talked briefly a while back. I'd sure love to see you there. So if we can do anything to help you, let us know. Oh, goodness. There's a lot of crosstalk. Ryan, are you at 499 subscribers? I don't know how you're going to make it, man.
You might as well just give up on that dream.
You got, yeah. Man, it might be out of your reach, man. I know I'm already subscribed to you, so I can't help you out. This reminds me of something, and I appreciate what you're saying there, Culture Redneck Garage. Uh, but I noticed some of you guys have some commonalities. Some of you guys who are trying to get your 500 subs, and what I'm going to be doing over the next few weeks and even months, I'm going to be trying to get a couple of, like, you see how I've got Dallas on split screen? I can manage up to 4 people on the screen and it still be, a forum that's followable, right? As you guys know, my lives, I generally have one guest at a time, and that's just my style. But I'm going to get you guys in groups, like some of you guys who are trying to get your 500 subs. I'm going to try to group you guys together in groups that your personalities mesh good. At least I think for the interview style lives that we do here every other week, and have you guys on to promote your channels and tell us a little bit about how your road is going and how your sub acquisition is going and your projects are going, and hopefully that will help you. So when you guys see that I have 2 or 3, no name 500 guys on my channel on a live, don't worry. I just want to do a few at a time. Because if I were to have 10 of you guys on at one time, which I could do, it would be a disastrous hangout with too many people. And so I want to get a couple of you on at a time. We can have good conversations about your channels. Jason's Garage, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. I appreciate you a lot. We're working on a good event for you.
John Mott says, heard UTG is singing the national anthem and the invocation. That does sound funny, but I'll tell you what, I did find out that Brian Cabral used to be a singer, he says, and I thought it was so awesome to have that dude sing the national anthem.
Well, I'll tell you what, we will have a good national anthem. I'm a patriot, and we want to have a nice anthem there, do something good for the anthem. So count me in for that for sure.
Oh, no problem, Bear Rose. Thanks for the.
We thank you. Blown Budget Garage has spent $1.99 of the money you should be spending on his car to remind us that Muscle City Madness builds slow cars. I don't think any of us have forgotten that, especially Ruben.
Maybe if we get Drag Boss to come out there, he can show everybody how a burnout competition is supposed to go.
Right. Well, I think Drag Boss is going to show us what a wheel stand looks like.
Oh, that's for sure. If he's there.
That's what I'm kind of thinking.
Yeah, that's what them Clevelands are known for. I put them Cleveland heads in my Ford and it started flying.
Yeah, I'm hoping he makes it. We all liked him a lot. Dust Devil says he's going to be doing a Road to 500 live tomorrow. Yeah, Dust Devil does regular big round tables like that. So if you guys want to go hang out with him, he's another fellow competitor in the No Name 500. He needs 500 himself.
Yeah, and if you want to fly in and give the dude a hand on his car, sure, he's not going to turn you away.
Tom says, are we doing any trophies? Yes, we are.
Oh, man, trophies are going to be quite a plenty. We were talking about them today, and every time we talk, we almost come up with like a new trophy.
You're right. We are celebrating all of this stuff, guys. It is a blast. Thank you, Aaron. I really appreciate that. $10 Australian. Thanks for putting together my ultimate holiday destination. Man, we are doing our level best, and I am thrilled that you have already purchased your spectator tickets from Australia. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm hoping that works out for them. I'm hoping that they do away with this craziness about flying and all that stuff.
Andy Wood, thank you so much. All this money goes right back into this, right? I mean, it all goes just straight into this. Okay. I do not eat off my YouTube channel. Everything goes into giving you guys a better channel, and I appreciate that. Especially you guys dropping these super chats. You're building cars right now. So you're taking money out of your budget to build, to help support the channel. And I appreciate that because I'm trying to return the favor.
Oh, Wild Rose Garage here says, John in Dallas, is it going to be pro tree? Well, if you're doing call outs, it's whatever you want. You want to be an instant green? You want to leave on the back tire? It's all entirely up to you. So we have the means to do almost any type of tree that there possibly is. So if you want to do pro tree, instant green, it's all you.
Leave off a flashlight, arm drop, a flag, whatever.
You gotta figure out how to do the flashlight and arm drop or whatever, because there is a divider directly in the middle of the track.
Oh, really? He's got a
Yeah,
divider. Oh,
and
okay.
it does make it difficult to do that. It just depends how, I guess, ballsy you want to be.
Well, we're open to anything safe that you want to do as far as how you want to do your races, and you negotiate your races with each other. It's your show. We're trying to give you the best arena possible.
And I wouldn't be opposed to going down the shutdown area with a flashlight, with a bright flashlight, and turn it on, have it drive straight at me.
Whatever we need to do. So what else do we have here? My car could make passes tomorrow if we didn't have snow on it. You know what? Maybe you should go out and make some passes in short snow. That'd be pretty cool. Big Mike Safety Barn, thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. Let me tell you, whether these super chats, I appreciate them, and I never am a respecter of the amount relative to who gives it or anything like that, because I know that $1 for one guy might be more money than 100 for somebody else. I just appreciate how much that thought goes into what you guys are showing when you give these, and I appreciate every single dollar. Thank you so much. Big Mike, thanks. You bought you and Uncle Tony a bag of cracklings and a 40 Wednesday.
Yeah,
lunch bag is for John.
He bought us lunch during the winter, or well, it'd be Thursday, right? But
right.
So I'm like, I don't expect any money from him, and that's cool, that he's going to buy you a 40 and a bag of cracklings.
Well, I'll tell you what, like one thing that the super chats are going to do, if you notice there's a shadow on half of me, like over here, and it's because I got this weird lighting arrangement, and I'm going to fix that. I'm going to replace these lights and not have that shadow. So
I tried to work around not having my my round light, my ring light, and I just took a lamp and took the shade off, and it's like, okay, no one's gonna. That's worse than this.
Right. Well, there's a lot of things that we're going to do with this event, and this all does go right into the fun. So thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Yeah, and we thank you guys, because I mean, without you, this wouldn't have been possible. It wouldn't have given me and John the opportunity to think of this stuff up and make it fun for you. But we still got to deliver on the fun, which is just around the corner, 237 days away.
Yep. Shop 209. That's John. Shop 209.
I don't know if
John is both registered and announced, so we can certainly promote that he'll be there. Great channel.
Did he know he's going to call out?
Good stuff. John, if you want to watch this on replay, the first 30 minutes is going through my list of questions that we had saved up for this. The light fun from Randall. Well, thank you. I appreciate that, Randall.
Yeah, does John from Shop 209 know he's been called out? I haven't seen him do a response, and I know he was pretty bummed about the first call that he did that didn't happen. But somebody else called him out.
You know what? That guy right there is talented. He's got a really cool Nova, and that guy is going to have no problem having a dance partner for this event. So
I don't think he will.
There's not going to be a problem there. So we'll see what happens. That could materialize. You got to realize a lot of people are building cars from scratch, and so they don't yet know what their car is going to do. They don't know, and some people haven't even bought the car they're going to bring to this event yet. So this thing is evolving from nothing.
And there's some guys that are not even going to make it with the car that they have now because they blew it up testing it or trying something out that's new, and they end up bringing the wife's minivan or something.
You never know. But here's the thing: the guy that brings the wife's minivan, he might enter the bracket and beat everybody. So, you never know.
Or the burnout competition.
Max Wedge, Dick Dastardly, Rich Rusnick. He said you should give a prize to the guy with the worst luck all weekend. We intend to. Yes, we do.
Yeah, the hard luck award.
Wild Rose Garage, he says he's got something working with Mopar Al's Slag Hammer. You've seen Slag Hammer on both Mopar Al's channel and Uncle Tony's Garage. Let me tell you, if we get that one together, that's going to be a good match. Well, two guys that really know how to turn it up.
That's the only car I know of that has 40 pounds of wire in the quarter. Right?
That'll be my. Randall says that'll be me blowing up my car before the event. I wouldn't be shocked.
Well, maybe you can get it back together before you blow it up again.
Now doing his Ric Flair impersonation. Now, Jure, he's got the right attitude. He'll line up against anybody in the bracket. Yeah, I agree. I think the bracket's going to be a lot of fun because our bracket is going to be made of YouTubers who like to bracket race, and it's going to be a different crowd than your normal bracket ringers. It'll be a lot of fun. Wasted Talent Fabrications in the house.
I take it Roger Isbell's not going to be there. So I'm just reading Roger Isbell's comment.
It doesn't say he's not going to be there. I don't know. So what does Barrow's Garage say? I'm going to have a giveaway, a secret there. But I have 4 cars done already, and the show car isn't a call out. If bad things happen, you'll see me there in one of the others. Barrow's Garage is so over and ahead prepared. That guy, yeah, we don't have to worry about him.
Well, I'm kind of wondering, we still haven't quite figured out how to give away the guy's Ranchero, what we're going to do.
We'll figure out something for that. Barrow's Garage has a 72 Ranchero project that he wants to do something with, and we're going to work with him on that. We'll figure that one out. That's something else we're going to be doing with this event, so we'll see. We're at 56 minutes. I figured, we budgeted an hour tonight, so if you guys got any remaining questions, go ahead and ask. And we're going to do these update lives kind of regularly. So we'll do more as things evolve and we have more announcements to make. But, and of course, I'll keep a tab of frequently asked questions for the next one. But if you guys have any more questions now, you got us for a few more minutes and we're happy to take them. Are there any boosted 6-cylinder registered? You know what? I don't know. I'll tell you why. The registrations go by channel and then however many vehicles they're bringing. Okay. I don't have on the registrations what they're bringing because we all understand that's subject to change. Okay. Now, some channels have publicly said what vehicle they're bringing. Unity Motorsports Garage has publicly said he's bringing his 71 F100 Casper, for example. Okay. So he said that. And if you follow his channel, which you should, Unity Motorsports Garage, you'll be able to keep up with that build. That truck's a monster, and he's going to have some great content coming this upcoming year on that truck. But as far as the channels, I didn't ask them in the registration what to bring him because, as we all know, it's subject to change.
Right here's Roadkill Custom says they're interested in sponsoring event press pass, event coverage.
Where is Roadkill Customs? I have not seen them in the chat.
I see them. They're right above. Let's see. Where was the last one? So you see Travis's super chat. It's about 10 above that.
Oh,
wherever they went.
Roadkill Customs. My email is on the registration page, and it's also on my channel, John@PrincetonDragway.com. If you want to do something like that, reach out. We'd like to talk.
Okay. Kyle Teal is asking, is there any mini bike news you want to pass along to the crowd? Consider this an open opportunity. Well, okay. So when we said no extreme lightning, what I'm talking about is I don't want you acid dipping it and drilling holes in it, but you can get your fenders and fender brackets and all the stuff that's not necessary. If it's got a front brake on it, do you need a front brake to stop from 35 miles an hour when you got an entire drag strip shut down? Probably not. But, it's going to be, you got to use some common sense in this. It can't just be something that you're going to go down the track and hopefully it holds together kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
I don't want you to go out there and become a skid mark.
Right. We want people to be safe. We really do.
Did you get Travis Mopar Garage super chat?
Ooh, did I miss Travis? Hey, there you go, Travis. I want to thank everyone that's given me help with my channel and constructive criticism and videos. Yeah, man. Hey, thank you for the super chat. And community's really coming together to help. And I think it's wonderful. So I'm glad you're benefiting from it. And if I missed anybody's super chat, I'm sorry. We had We have somewhere between 85 and 95, close to 100 watching at any one time. This is where the chat moves just quick enough that it's hard to.
Well, Dr. 440 gave you $5.12 donating to Cornbread Fund because we all need it.
We
right?
we do, man. I've eaten my share of cornbread, but I'll tell you, everything that goes in super chat goes into making this channel
We should
better, and it will better serve the No Name Nationals.
we should take all the super chat cash and throw it into steaks and some crawfish or something. If somebody's
No.
coming from Mississippi,
No, no. What goes in the super chats here goes into making this channel serve that event better. That's what I want to do.
yeah, I wonder how many people were watching. There was quite a few
Oh,
of them.
man, we had almost 100 watching at one time, and we're still well over 80. I mean, it fluctuates, of course. We're at the hour mark, so I'm not going to let these drag on real late for any of you guys. We'll take this one more question because it's so germane to the No Name Nationals, and nobody's talked about it recently. Is what are your thoughts on EGR? My thoughts is that's what they make plates for, to block those things off.
Well, I remember that conversation that was on the Tech Talk Live.
Right. All right, and thanks so much for your super chat. Max Wedge, Dick Dastardly, Rich Rusnick, we really appreciate it. We're going to go ahead and sign out for now. We're going to be doing these lives fairly regularly. So if you have any questions, hang on to them. Anything that you put in, I see in other videos, or you send me directly, I'll put in a tab, like keep a queue of it. And then, of course, when we get through that, we'll take questions, live from the crowd like we're doing right now. But as for that, I want to thank my moderators, Unity Motorsports Garage, Just Mopar Joe, Bad Tree Productions, and Fubar the Axe. Thank you guys. Haven't had a troll all night, and
I saw one of them get axed by Fubar.
you saw the axe, right? You saw it happen.
It wasn't even sharp, and the guy was gone.
It's been good. It's been civil. It's been fun. I hope I've answered a lot of your questions. If you have any others, send them on or wait for the next live. But we'll do another one of these soon.
Yeah, a couple weeks, right?
So yeah. You got anything extra, Dallas?
I just appreciate all the support we've been getting with this event, and again, in the lives, you guys seem to be so engaging. It's almost like I feel humbled just to be part of this group, right? And all we're really doing is providing something for you. So
I agree.
Thanks a lot.
I agree. Well, thank you guys. We'll do another one of these soon. And for now, we are out. Thanks a bunch. We'll see you guys soon.
All right. See you.